Hi Year 3, today's learning objective is I can use the inverse to help me to multiply and divide. Now this is something that you should be able to do already, but we are just recapping this skill, and this is something that I would like you to use for the rest of the week when checking your answers. Use the inverse to check that your answer is correct. Now inverse means opposite, and the opposite of dividing is multiplying. So you need to use your times table knowledge to help you check your answers when dividing. Okay, so here's the first question. How many groups of 4 are there in 20? Now you could use a number line to jump up, counting up in your 4s, or so you could start on 0, go 4, 8, 12, you could do that. Or you might think, actually, I know that 4 times 5 equals 20. So therefore, 20 divided by 4 equals 5, okay? That is the inverse. You're using what you know. You are doing the opposite of dividing, so you are timesing. 4 times 5 equals 20, so 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Okay, so here we go, doing the inverse. If 5 times 4 equals 20, then 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Now, if you're not too confident on all of your times tables, there is a sheet on the website in today's lesson that has got some of the times tables on there to help you if you don't know them off by heart. Okay, so let's have a go at this one. So if 3 times 5 is 5, 10, 15, then 15 divided by 5 must equal 3. So we'll write 15 here. 15 divided by 5 equals 3. Okay, we are using the same 3 numbers for both of these number sentences. So if we know that 2 times 3 equals 6, then 6 divided by 3 must equal 2, okay? And if you were given this sentence, 6 divided by 3, you could think, okay, I know that 3 times 2 equals 6. Therefore, my answer would be 2, okay? So you are just using the opposite every time to check your answer. Okay, I'd like you to have a go at these questions, please, using these 3 numbers, 32, 8, and 4, okay? So you're going to have 2 multiplying number sentences and then 2 dividing ones, okay? And remember, when you're dividing, you must always start with the biggest number. So pause the video, have a go, then come back and check your answers. Okay, so we might start with 8 times 4 equals 32. Now, you might have known that you don't actually need to know your 8 or your 4 times table for this question because you're just using these 3 numbers. So if 8 times 4 equals 32, then 4 times 8 also equals 32. We're just swapping the numbers around. Now we need to start with the biggest number for this one, so that's going to be 32. Oh, my pen stopped working. Oh, there we go, 32 divided by, I'm going to say 8. It will equal 4 because that's the only number we've got left. So then again, 32, we've got to divide it by 4 now to equal 8, okay? So your sheet today, you are just filling in the blanks and using the inverse. So we know that 10 times 8 equals 80, okay? So therefore, 80 divided by 8 equals 10. 8 times 4 equals, I'm not going to tell you, but then that answer is the start of this division calculation. Okay, the times tables are on a sheet for you to use. If you're not too sure on all of these times tables, you can use that to help you. So work your way through those. You'll twist it, you've got some more divides and some times. Something times 8 equals 16. Think about 16 divided by 8. If you shared 16, if you wanted to get 8 as your answer, how many times would you share it? Okay, how many parts would you split it into? Something times 8 equals 16. So you need to fill in the blanks for these ones. And then you've got 2 solve its today. Think about how you are going to find the answer. Are you going to put them into groups? Are you going to share them into parts? Okay, so have a go at those.